using the trusty old Buffalo Wild Wings bottle opener.
Nice. I'm using the trusty old, like, my hand can open my Natter Days, so. And it can definitely unscrew a bottle of margaritas. Margaritas? Fuck off.
Natter Days, bro.
All right, I'm gonna start the recording, and I'm gonna start it with the One sec. Oh, here. Everyone mute your mic.
Okay.
All right, everybody, we are back for episode 2 of the Craved Gaming Podcast. Super excited. We've gone through a bunch of audio issues this past week, and we've kind of tried to figure all this stuff out. It's been a lot of fun. We are going to be going over everybody's heart and soul game, who's anywhere between our ages at all, and that is the Halo series. But first, I'm here with the other 2 co-hosts of Craved Gaming Podcasts. Ross, back again in week 2. Go ahead and say hi.
What's up, everybody? It's Pie Flavor. So happy to be here, man.
And into his first podcast, we got ourselves Isaac. What up, Isaac? Say hi.
What's up, my dude? What's going on, everybody?
So last week we told everybody that you had family in town, you had things to do, kind of came up last minute. No big deal. It's all fun and games, you know. I hope you guys had fun. What'd you all do while your family was in town there?
Oh man, it was a blast. We just kind of did a lot of the stuff that we couldn't do last time he was in town. So just kind of hung out. We hit up Jack Stack, you know, got some nice barbecue in. Can't go wrong with Jack Stack. And then we went to that new T-Shots place. I don't know if you've seen that, but that place is freaking sweet. 10 out of 10, recommend it. It's actually cheaper than Topgolf. But that was a lot of fun.
Well, that's awesome, man. And I mean, I know I say family, but that's because
He's family.
Yeah, he's family.
Yeah.
You know, your best friend came into town, and you know, getting into that, since you weren't here last week, we will definitely. I'll have you go over with all the listeners, who you are. You know, go over everything about you, whatever you want to tell people. You know, tell them your story, and I'd say, you know, how did you meet Ross and
I? I'm Isaac. Lived in Kansas City for a while now. Moved here back in 2016. I met Ross through working with Chase here, and I met Chase. Actually, pretty funny story. Back on Xbox back in 2010. So yeah, just we just kind of started playing some games, playing Halo Reach. Actually, was the game we met each other on, and back in the old hyped gaming clan. And it just kind of went from there. You know, at each other on Skype. We would just play games over the years, and eventually exchange phone numbers, and kind of went through some crazy family drama and some family members passing, and Chase ended up hitting me up and kind of got really close with him and the other homies that I have out in Kansas City, and they're just like, "Hey man, move out to Kansas City and we'll help you get back on your feet." So here I am. It's been a fun few years. Glad I did it. But yeah, I've just kind of been working and saving and trying to move to Europe eventually.
Hell yeah, brother. What's up?
Hell yeah, brother.
It's always nice to hear that backstory. It's kind of cool. I mean,
that is pretty cool.
Definitely up.
I tell that to people at work all the time. Like, you know, they're like, you know, what brought you to Kansas City? Like, you're from Washington. And I'm just like, Man, like I just I met a bunch of really cool people out here, and I'd consider you guys family too, and um, it's just a cool, cool life change. I mean, I definitely think it worked out for the better.
I agree,
Awesome.
man. It's been lots of fun, and something I definitely thought about. I thought about that last week as well, and I kind of wanted to mention and head back over to Ross. Ross, I don't think we ever mentioned the fact that you are from Nashville.
No, yeah, I'm from Tennessee. Actually, met my wife online. She's from KC, so she's the reason I moved out here. So it's kind of like literally the middle of the United States. Everybody just kind of comes together.
Yeah,
It's pretty weird, but
Kansas
I like
City,
it out here.
yeah, Kansas City's a good place to come to, like cost of living and everything. I've lived here my whole life, so I've never. I mean, I've traveled a lot, but I've never moved out and away. So I've done my touristing around the United States and a little outside Cancun, Bahamas, stuff like that. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's a fun ride. So we all kind of got together, recently, I'd say, with a couple months ago, and that's kind of what got us all. We're just like, hey, we all love video games. We all play together. It's a lot of fun. Why don't we just start a podcast and just talk about what we already talk about? It's a lot of fun.
Yep.
And of course, the first podcast that we did, we kind of dialed it back a bit and ended up doing a lot of stuff with it Ross and I liked a lot, which was Doom. But this podcast is near and dear to all of our hearts because we all love Halo, and the fact that Halo is such an iconic game amongst every gamer out there and whatnot.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I mean it's iconic. Like no matter what generation you grew up on, you love Halo. And the fact that, Isaac and I met through Halo, shout out to Hyped Gaming. What's up? HG. And it's definitely very near and dear to us. We all love it, and there's just so much to talk about because Halo has changed so significantly over the years from campaign only to build your own class setups, and we'll get into all that stuff too. Definitely, some announcements here. Say, just like we did last week, definitely want to go over the fact that, one, this podcast is going to be rated whatever rating is in podcasts of rated M. We're not going to stop ourselves from cussing or any of that stuff. We definitely want it to be more of a free community. Two, we have officially been verified on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and I forgot the fourth one. Do you guys remember the fourth one?
No.
Oh, no, I was just Spotify. That was the only
I
one
just
I knew.
knew Spotify and Apple. I didn't know you got us on Google.
Google. There you go. Oh, okay,
You just said
I
Google already.
I said Google.
Yeah.
I'm dumb. I'm stupid.
Yeah, you are.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, drink to that.
Seriously, cheers.
Yeah, there's a fourth one out there that it's popular. I remember it's popular because I put it out to all the popular ones. So it's like, it wasn't Pandora. It was something else. Amazon Podcasts.
There you
So
go.
we're
Oh,
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Podcasts.
Or Amazonians like Wonder Woman. That's pretty cool.
I didn't even know Amazon Podcast was even a thing until it popped up on the website that I was on, and I'm just like, okay, never heard anybody care about this before.
I feel like Amazon just has that one service for everything that nobody actually knows about.
right.
Yeah.
But everybody knows about it because of Amazon.
Yeah, I mean Amazon to everybody. If you said to somebody what do you use Amazon for? They say to buy stuff. Nobody says, yeah, it's my main source of music. Okay.
That's where I listen to all my podcasts at. Get out of here. Get out of here.
But yeah, another thing to go through with that is we live stream every single podcast that we do live on this channel right now, Crispy Claire on Twitch, and then we push it out to all those next day. So we'll get everything uploaded and everything then. Definitely tell everybody, tell all your friends, family, and We will also, because, I mean, listening to this live is definitely the best way to go. Because you get all the fun of the chat, everything that goes with it.
You get all the fun of seeing Chase's ugly mug in high definition.
High definition, guys. That's 1920 by 1080. It's not quite 4K. We're figuring it out.
And his terrible beard that he definitely needs to shave.
Hey, it's for engagement pictures. I have to, and then I'm shaving all of it off. I have to save it. We're doing engagement pictures here in like the next week or two.
Oh my gosh. Excuses.
Hey, dude, it's not excuses. I've been told by a lot of people that it needs to go, and I hate it. It's so itchy. It's so itchy. Bro, I've never had a beard this long because ever since I've been able to grow a beard, which for the listeners has been 2 years, and yes, I'm 26, I have been in the military, and I've never been able to grow it this long because this is 3 months. Look at this.
Terrible.
At least yours is a little cleaned up. I rock like derelict hobo, kind of just neck beard. So it could be worse.
Here, what do we?
Hey, at least you can grow a beard.
Where are we? There we go. See, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, it's so bad.
For Christmas,
It makes me want to come over to your house and just tie you down and shave it off. Like, honestly.
Starting off with some weird energy, fellas.
For Christmas, my fiance got me a beard cleaning kit. And I've been stroking my beard with a little comb 100 times a day.
Let's not say that you stroke your beard every day. I think that'll help me sleep better at night.
You think so?
A little bit.
Yeah, but I've been stroking my beard 100 times a day. Just
my ears are bleeding.
And then I got some nice essential oil, like beard oil for it, and it's just gonna be shaved off anyway. So whatever. We'll be live in the Just Chatting section, like we are currently. So if you're watching this, then you definitely know what's going on. And join the Discord. Just join the fucking Discord. You get all the live announcements, everything going on with it. And you can, join the community that we have. We have quite a few people joining. And, we just want it to get bigger. It's for every game out there. Because all we do is talk about games. Now, what we do is we talk about one game or series a week, but the everything's just open to everything. I mean, is there anything else you guys have? Anything you guys want to discuss?
Yeah, I'm
just ready for Halo.
Same.
Oh,
I should have put that as a soundbite for sure.
Right?
Nah,
dude, you got to do the overkill.
Oh no! What I'm gonna add?
Kilimanjaro.
Vehicular manslaughter.
There you go.
100%. Haven't done it yet though. It's been a busy week. But yeah, let's just get into it. Let's get into the what did we say? The meat and potatoes of the podcast itself.
Oh yeah.
Halo. The Halo series. Everything Halo. We can narrow it down if you want to, depending on what games you guys have played and what games you want to talk about. But, I mean, I've played all of them for sure. I don't know the exact storyline behind all of it, but that's something we can kind of go over together. Or we can just kind of go over anything that you guys want to about it. Kind of, let's just get into it. I mean,
yeah.
Ross, I'll let you start.
Sweet. So, for me, Halo Combat Evolved, I do remember. I actually didn't play the first one. I started with the second one. My friend actually told me, he's like, hey, have you ever played Halo? And I was like, no. And he had a copy of Halo 2, and that's where it all started for me, multiplayer. But then when I got my hands on the actual copy itself, like Halo 1 through 3 is probably one of my favorite sagas. I'm not a big fan of sequels. I feel like sequels always tarnish the thing. It's rare to actually see a game put out a good sequel, but like this game didn't put out one good sequel. It put out like 3 good sequels and a good prequel. Probably the best prequel you can have in Reach. So I mean, but the most thing I love about Halo itself for me, like was multiplayer. 100% was the gleaming gemstone that is the Halo series was multiplayer specifically. That's my favorite thing about Halo.
For sure, dude. I mean, Halo has a lot of ups. I mean, there's few downs to really talk about anything inside of the Halo series, and I mean, we'll get into that. But definitely the good that comes out of Halo was one that like Bungie created a futuristic game way back when Combat Evolved was like first released, right? And
Yeah.
creating that community, that like, well, not even community, because it wasn't even online at the time. I don't think I'm very wrong about that. Creating that gameplay just set the precedence for an entire like set of games to come out for the future. Like, it was the initial futuristic
Yeah, wasn't
game.
it like the first? I mean, wasn't it like one of the leading first-person shooters in general? I think it in Call of Duty like really paved the way for multiplayer gaming.
Oh yeah,
on Xbox.
Yeah,
I would say Halo probably had more of a following than Call of Duty. Call of Duty
Yeah.
didn't get big till World War.
But just
That
like
online.
mechanics wise and like really like Xbox Live, I remember reading once that it didn't really like take off until Halo got really big.
Yeah.
You know, and then same with Call of Duty, but like it really just kind of paved the way for just how games are today.
For sure.
yeah, it really does, and it that's a good way to put it. It paved the way for how games are today, and I couldn't agree more with that. You know, Bungie, I don't know who came up with the idea of getting Halo out there, but it's such an iconic game. I mean, when people compare games, there's three they go to, in my opinion: Halo, Call of Duty, and Battlefield. Battlefield, to me, it's fallen off the grid pretty bad for the last few years, but it was well known as a first-person shooter. Very well known, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
But of those, you have Call of Duty way back when, until Call of Duty 4, they were very well known for their older games, their like past time games. Battlefield was present time, and Halo was futuristic. And I think what created such a great community of like consumers is that you got this awesome. They embed you into a character known as Master Chief, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Master Chief, of course, being the main Spartan inside of this entire series.
The number one badass, the OG stunner.
The last of his kind, if I'm not mistaken.
Now he's the last of his kind, but yeah, they have an entire storyline behind him and everything, and I'm not going to get into that because we could talk for hours and hours about Master Chief's past and history to present.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But Master Chief, also known as Spartan 117, huge iconic player in the entire Halo series. There's how many games of Halo are out there that don't have Master Chief in them? Does anybody know? 3?
Reach, ODST.
Technically, as an Easter egg, you can see Master Chief ending the Pillar of Autumn at the end of Reach on Legendary.
Yeah, but
yeah, as with him as a main focal point, probably 2, and that would be ODST and Reach.
And then if you want to count Halo Wars, none of those really have Master Chief in it.
Nobody counts Halo Wars. Let's be real.
Hey man, I'm just throwing it out there.
I count Halo Wars, you twat. Get out of here.
Seriously,
I'm not a strategist.
They're good games.
Yeah, they're good games.
They literally just took the engine from like Warcraft and was like, let's just throw a Halo skin on
the
it.
engine for freaking Age of Empires.
Which
It's literally
is
like
another
Halo or Age of
RTS.
Empires.
Let's be real. I actually don't care because as of me telling you last week, I hate real-time strategy. So Halo Wars is not my favorite because it's very complicated and my brain can't keep up because I'm a dumb boy.
You harvest resources, build an army, and smite your enemies.
You lost me at Harvest Resources.
It's harder
Just
than it sounds
lost.
though because like
It's not. You
Yeah, it
build a
is.
freaking factory that harvests it for you. You don't even have to do anything.
No, like
Age
I've
of
played
Empires,
it.
you have
I
to
can't
send
do
villagers
real
to
time.
different places and collect resources yourself. Like the buildings in Halo Wars just do it for you.
Yeah,
What's up, Dubfire?
Yo, Dubfire, what's up? Thanks for joining, man. No, dude, it's so hard because you're talking so simple. You're talking in such simple terms. You
It
can't,
is simple.
no.
Oh my.
If you went and explained the way you just did to somebody and say that's how you play Halo Wars, you are fucking wrong. You're wrong. Okay,
No, I'm
so
not.
no. This is how you do it. You have to create a base, build
Yeah.
resources, use those
Yeah.
resources to build other spots on the base to build either air, ground, or whatever units.
Yep.
But then
Yeah.
like Spartan, let's say you build you create ODST to come out. They can only fight ground units. But then
Yep.
you also have to figure
they
out,
can
oh,
fight vehicles and stuff
they're
too.
coming at
They
me
have
with
rocket
air.
launchers.
They're coming at me with air. So now I have to fucking build an ODST that has rocket launchers. And oh, now they're coming at me with a scarab. So now I have to build all these type that are anti-vehicle. And then you get anti this, anti that, but then you're also your objective is to not just defend, but also
I
attack.
just think you're a bunch of
And
haters.
I think you're a piece of shit. So there's
Wow. There it is.
Dang, got him.
No. Personal opinion, being real, Wars was good. I've played, like I said, I have played other real-time strategy games. It's not my cup of tea, but it was good for what it was. Not my favorite, but I know there are some people that live and die by Halo Wars. One of my friends back in Tennessee was actually really, really good at Wars, and he would just annihilate every person that we went against. It was pretty funny just to watch him always know what to build at the right time. But see, my favorite of the series specifically was Halo 3 multiplayer, because that's when the multiplayer started changing a little bit. You had what was called which was now called Infection. We used to call it Zombies because we had to mod everything. There was my first time ever playing something like that was specifically, it's called Sharks. Basically, you were on the one map that had like a beach right next to the ocean, and it walled off the way to where you could walk on land. So you're just stuck out in the water to where you wouldn't die, like past the boundary or whatever. But the Infection guy is at the bottom. He has very fast movement speed and low gravity, so he can jump really high. And you guys are spawned on these little antenna tower pillars that he could knock down. And so your goal is to just be the last one left. And your bullets did absolutely nothing. You had to get a headshot if you did anything. And that was like my first Infection. But I spent literally 3 nights at one of my friend's house, and we played it for I'm talking all day from dusk till dawn. We played that same mode so many times because it was so hilarious watching 8 of us trying to figure out what we're doing. So much fun.
Yeah, I mean,
SWAT was my favorite. SWAT was such a good mode.
yeah, that's what got you and I to know each other.
Yeah.
You can get into that if you want.
Yeah. So when we were in Hyped Gaming,
Shout
we
out.
kind of
Shut up.
shut up. No, in Hyped Gaming we actually had pro teams dedicated to different game modes. By the end of my time in HG, I was actually the captain of the SWAT team. So that was just kind of my main, that's just what I played. Got Chase and then our other buddy Brett into it. I mean, they got into it themselves. I just was playing with them.
You got to send the squad of him, he was the captain of this squad, and he said, "I want these 2 people."
Yeah. So we just kind of went from there, and dude, it was crazy. We were so good. I mean, I think we were good. I mean, maybe in the grand scheme of it, maybe we weren't that good. No. But I mean, wishful thinking. But it was fun. I don't know. I still go back and play Reach now and then, and I can still snap on kids like back in the good old days.
Oh yeah.
But it's just, I don't know, just all about precision. I've always been in any FPS game I'm playing, it's always long range for me. I like sniping. I like GMRs, stuff like that. So just kind of that was my cup of tea. You got to get that headshot. And that's just, I don't know, it just was thrilling to me, like, knowing that I could die in one shot, but I got to get him first. So it just really got me, I could snap on dudes like I can't even do it that well anymore. But it's just such a good time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. So many memorable SWAT matches. Do you have one, Chase, you want to talk about?
So, I mean, there's definitely one SWAT match that I will never, ever, ever forget. And Isaac can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember if you were there or if I did this by myself. But there was this time that, again, either Isaac and I or just myself was playing, and the rest of our team backed out. We were just kind of like playing casuals and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
And we or I had, and SWAT went to 50 for those of you who don't know. And either the both of us or just myself got 46 kills.
Oh yeah.
And okay,
I
so it's
remember.
both of us. We got 46 kills out of 50 and still lost the game. And we were, or did we win? But
No, I think I'm pretty sure we lost that.
Yeah.
That was close. But
Oh.
we almost capped the comeback.
Yeah, because what if for those of you who don't know like SWAT in Reach either or SWAT in general, if you have less people on your team, it is a huge disadvantage. It is awful. As long in the leagues that we were playing at the time, like we don't have people who just like what do you call it? Like who just die a lot. We don't have people like that. Like we were all good, like really good.
Yep.
So like I can't think of the word to use because they use it like people in Call of Duty. Like if you get sniped, you go to the same spot and get sniped again, and then same spot sniped again, and then you're just basically giving the other team the win. But in these leagues, man, like the less the people you had, the harder it was to win. It was near impossible, just because you had 4 people who had the same exact like skill as you, so you're just getting destroyed the whole time. But that was what I thought, and Reach to me was the best online multiplayer, like actual multiplayer game.
Oh, hands down. I still think to this day, I wouldn't take any of the other multiplayers from any of the Halos over Reach.
Yeah, like actual multiplayer, I would say that. But in lieu of that, I will say Halo 3's Forge system was phenomenal. Now
Top tier.
That's local LAN, so of course that is still considered a multiplayer system because you're having a local LAN system and all that. But did you guys play? You guys played Forge, right?
Yeah, no, just a real quick, before we leave SWAT,
Yeah.
I did want to point out, I had a team back out on me, and it was a 1v4 situation. I ended up winning because they kept going to the sweet spot on that really tiny purple map. They kept trying to get up to those high areas, so I would get like 3 kills before I died, so I ended up just sweeping them all. And they had to be like 12-year-olds with like snot running down their face because I by myself was just jumping around with a pistol, just laying waste. And so for me, it was actually easier with the less people I had because the less people I had, the less people that would give them kills because I knew I wasn't going to die that much.
That's true too. Oh, I can agree with that.
But that was not to flex on you guys, but I love to flex on you guys.
Oh, you know what? I 1v1 me, bro. Let's go.
Yeah. Wait, we got it. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah, that was the only thing as I was getting through those. Like I don't know, it's weird to think because the less people you have on your team, the easier it sounds because they have less to go and you have more to hit. But at a certain skill level, like you just once you're seen, you're dead. It's you get one framed, like
because they get posted up in the different corners, and then it's just kind of like they're watching one guy's watching one spot, one guy's watching another, and if you just come out in the wrong area and don't see him, you're done.
Yep. Yeah, and SWAT has changed way more over the years. The fact that I still love it. It's by far my best, but it can be more frustrating now because way back when Halo Reach was first introducing SWAT to their systems, it was just the DMR. Like it wasn't the Magnum pistols or like the BR wasn't a part of it either. It was just like everybody had one option. SWAT was the one game type. There wasn't a class selection system or whatever. There was. Well, actually, there might have been a class selection system just because Halo Reach had its abilities.
Yeah.
But did SWAT have the ability class selection option?
No, in Halo
SWAT
3,
usually just gave you sprint,
yeah.
Okay.
and at least in Reach.
Oh, you're talking about Reach. Specifically 3, you just spawned with a battle rifle, right, and a pistol. But yeah, Reach was I think it was just sprinting and DMR, or you could pick battle rifle, because that was the one that had loadouts, was Reach.
I don't think Reach ever got the battle rifle. I think it was either DMRs or Magnums.
Yeah.
That may be.
And then it switched to and I think in Halo 4 they started adding the battle rifle.
That sounds right.
But I didn't.
4's multiplayer was pretty decent. It was very shiny, so it was really hard to see sometimes.
Yeah.
That was my only criticism with 4's multiplayer was really, really shiny, and it just felt like someone turned up the brightness on 3, and then yep, here's Halo 4. I'm like, cool.
Yeah. Halo 4 was really cool. The story was good. I liked the what was it? What is it? The Forerunners? Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool. And I liked that because that was the first game that was solely made by 343 after Bungie sold the title.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that, 343 did their own twist on the same style that Halo had already been. And then what I didn't like was Halo 5. They turned it into something different. And I'm actually really not a big fan of Halo 5. I didn't like the mechanics of it. I think it felt too much like Call of Duty. I didn't like that you could just ADS like normal. I just, everything used to be so Halo was just how it played, and there was Halo and then there was Call of Duty and there's Battlefield, and Halo just felt different from everything else, and I loved that. Halo 5, I think they just kind of went into their own thing and just, started making it, really comparable to the other games, and I just kind of if I wanted to play this style of game, I would just play a different game.
Right.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I definitely do. I mean, once 343 took over, they tried to continue with the legacy of having Halo as Halo, with Halo 4, of course. And I think when Halo 5 rolled around, they're just getting way more into the your best way to put it's Call of Duty, your 5v5, 6v6.
Yeah.
Right.
Even
everyone had sprint. You could just sprint all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had other abilities on top of that. You could ADS and everything, and they actually had iron sights and whatever, just stuff built into it. And it's just, I don't know, I like that I had to press the right stick to ADS, but I can only do that on DMRs and snipers and Magnums. And I couldn't sprint all the time. I got to choose between sprint or the jetpack, or, in Halo 3 or 2, you couldn't sprint at all,
Right.
And I just liked that, it was different. It had a different feel to it. It's just, I feel like it took a different skill level to play that, because you didn't have the ease of, starting getting shot at and you can just sprint away. You had to find another way to win, if someone got the drop on you. And I just,
Yep.
I don't know. It just didn't really sit with me all that well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
5.
oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to agree with you. Yeah, 5 was just as a fan base in general, everyone was super disappointed with 5 because it did really well with 343 did really well with 4, and then 5 is just no, this is backward progress.
Yeah, I mean the story was still great. I mean I will never not like a Master Chief story.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's probably my favorite gaming character of all time. I would take him over just about anybody.
100%.
Maybe Ezio from Assassin's Creed, but I'm not going to get into that.
Master Chief is longer standing. Ezio lasted for three games.
Yeah, but he's the greatest.
I'm just saying, they have their own positives and negatives, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I like the story in 5. I think the 343 writers, they know what they're doing. but it's just, you know, and graphically too, it was a great. I mean, it looked visually amazing. I just wasn't really a big fan of how they changed the mechanics of how you play. And that's something that I'm kind of nervous about with Infinite, is just, you know, that kind of same trend of like they're just adding more stuff, which, I mean, it might be great, but I don't know. I'm more of like a set in my ways gamer. Like, I like how it used to be. I like, you know, what I grew up with, and I don't want it to change.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But who knows, man? I mean, maybe it'll end up being great. You know, we'll see.
I think it's supposed to be open world. If I'm
Yeah,
not mistaken.
open world, and you have like a, what is it? That thing,
The Warthog?
the little, no, you know, the cord. You can shoot the cord, and you can kind of like
Like a
reach
zip
places
line?
at higher places. No, it's not even a zip line. It's the
Grappling hook.
Yes, grappling hook. Words, thank you. You have like a grappling hook now, just defaulted or something, and so you can just like grapple to places.
Isaac
And
went full retard.
Yeah, words are hard for me sometimes.
Yep. Words are hard.
But it's just kind of like why I just I don't know.
Stand up. You're not even in the frame.
Just trying to see like why was that added. But you know, I'm still gonna be open minded. It's Master Chief. You know, gotta at least give it some you know, A for effort kind of thing. So we'll see.
We'll definitely fucking see for sure.
I have the lowest expectations possible.
Yeah, I mean, where I stand on this situation is like, I started with Halo 3, and of course I've played all of them. You know, I've gone back through, but I started with Halo 3. Reach was my favorite, and maybe that's just because with Halo Reach, they just did a lot with Reach. Like, they were able to just implement a lot of systems that were going on at the time, such as game battles. Game battles threw Reach so far out there because every game out there was starting, like, esports wasn't a thing back then. So they were starting to become more and more prevalent to be game battles. So all of us were getting together, and we were all trying to get into game battles. You know, hey, go to gamebattles.com. We have a game going on at 2 o'clock today. Be ready, right? And then, of course, they started implementing the pick your class system with different abilities. So that made it fun. And like you were saying, Isaac, for sure that, like, once they get into like Halo 4 and 5, like, everybody has the sprint ability. So now it's just getting into things like Call of Duty and Battlefield. It's the skill gap starts lowering the more games they just continue to make. Because, like, what I loved so much about Reach itself is, like, you could have a jetpack while you're facing somebody who has a shield.
Or armor lock.
Or that's what I meant, armor lock, shield, whatever. And, yeah, your skill gap is completely different because that dude could just... he could, like, let's say he's aiming at your head playing SWAT or whatever. Like, let's just say... Or we'll play Slayer because SWAT didn't have all the abilities. They're shooting at you, and they have no idea you're about to just fly up in the air. But then you could also have shot at someone else, and they have the armor lock. Or they could have had the sprint. Or they could have had the jetpack. You didn't know where that scenario was going to go because everybody had different things to do, and the skill gap was way different.
You know, like when you're cruising down the street and you're 6'4", and you run up on some dude who just armor locks right in front of you. And you just can't even react, and you just run right into this armor lock, and it just destroys your Warthog.
And we should probably throw out that, you're quoting NWA, so we don't get, like, T.O. I'm just kidding.
Right.
Easy E's going to come after you. Just kidding, he can't. Rip.
Oh, my God.
Is that kind of like the Biggie Smalls thing, where if you stand in a bathroom and you say Biggie Smalls 3 times, he'll appear?
Yeah.
Gets nobody watches South Park with me. That's fine.
Oh, I watch South Park, but very little.
There was an episode where Butters was like in the bathroom. He's like, Biggie Smalls, Biggie Smalls, Biggie Smalls, and like he appears. He goes, "What the hell?" and starts shooting at Butters.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, I think the skill gap used to be just so much different because, like, you just didn't know what you were about to go up against when you were, 4v4 or 5v5. You didn't know what you were about to face when you turned that corner. and you had to shoot someone's armor off and, you know, take their health down. I mean, because there was even like overshields. There was just your normal Halo stuff where stuff could be dropped on the ground in the middle and you fought over the overshield or the rocket launcher. But now it's I don't know, it's just a lot different, and because like even the maps are more condensed now and they're more symmetrical to account for esports. Like esports is getting into Halo, so it's like they have to make things a lot easier for them because I don't know. You would think professionals could adapt and overcome any challenge, but apparently they have to have symmetrical maps to just even play.
Because it helps with the callouts, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
It's so annoying.
And this is why we're not professional gamers, because we can't get over symmetrical maps.
And I'm with Isaac. Like I'm more of a I liked the game how it used to be. And I mean, I know I'm just one opinion of millions and or two or three opinions of millions, which is why this is just a podcast that we want to make. It's our own opinions. We can do what the fuck we want. But
yeah.
But yeah, it's just I don't know. I just like how it used to be because now they don't even have Forge inside of their games, which used to be such a huge hit. But Forge doesn't make
Halo 5 not have Forge? Really?
I don't think so.
Dude, the best part of Halo, it got progressively better because when they added Forge, like, people came up with some ridiculous game modes. Like, there was
Fat Man.
Yeah.
There was.
Dude, remember the race team, Chase? You were with me on that.
Yes.
Dude, that shit was so much fun.
Oh yeah, it was. Go ahead.
Race team, or like the like one guy gets a sniper, right, and he is like on a platform way away, and you have to drive the mongoose across like a track and not get killed.
Yeah,
dude.
It's called like the Goose Chase or Duck Duck Goose.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like, oh, dude,
ahead,
that was so much fun.
Did you ever play Zeus?
Depends on what that is, because I feel like this is like Forge is something that you had. Like if I played with you, Ross, you would have a different name for this game mode, and then I had the exact same game mode, but it was called something different with my friends.
That is probably true. A lot of it was like things we read on the internet and then replicated ourselves.
Yes.
So there's a game mode called Zeus, where there's someone who is up on the sandbox map. But someone was on the very, very top, high up in the air, and they had a Spartan laser with unlimited ammo.
Yep.
And everyone else was on the bottom. And when the game would start, the players would have like the slowest speed possible, but there'd be like cover. So you had to run and dodge the laser and hide in the cover. And if you got to the other side, you would go through a teleporter where you can get a sword and kill him, and then you get the laser, and then he spawns back down.
Yeah, so I've definitely played that. Like I said, we just call it Duck Duck Goose. Because you had everybody running throughout that entire... Or there was also the same exact thing, but you had a sniper rifle and everyone had a mongoose.
Yeah, they there's a lot of those.
Yeah,
but what was that other one? Like you're on like a giant ramp and just destroyed vehicles start spawning, and they just keep going, and every time they go through the teleporter and spawn back at the top, they go faster and faster.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
5 wins.
Garbage Man?
Yes.
Was that? Yeah, God, that was terrifying.
Dude, that was so much fun.
So dude, I had my favorite one for sure, and I know I played this with one of my buddies, AJ, all the time, and all of our buddies, of course, at the time. But Fat Man.
Yeah.
You were on the the shipping container map or whatever that's called, and it was built like a maze, right? And it was one person had half the movement speed, but a grav hammer, and like double health or triple health, or you couldn't kill it. Basically, it was impossible. So 5 times, whatever. And the other 7 people in there had to just like survive for like 10 minutes or something. And so the Fat Man, and you had twice the speed. So you could run through the maze and like dodge the Fat Man and everything. But the Fat Man was just like walking speed, but it was a one tap, like a one-shot kill with the grav hammer. And so, you had your sides to win. Either and whenever you guys started the game, it auto-picked who the Fat Man was. So, like, it was like an infected. So, like, you have one person that starts, and he could be the Fat Man, you don't know. And it was just so fun.
Oh me. There was a I guess the most popular one that got big because of Forge was Griffball.
Griffball.
Oh,
Dude,
that's
that was
I was
the
actually about
shit.
to say that. You
it's
read
an
my
actual
mind.
game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an actual game you can search for now.
Yeah, it went from Forge, like someone built it in Forge, and now it's like a real game.
Oh yeah, it became so popular. Like my friends were, we rarely. Like I did a lot of SWAT when I was by myself, but when I was with my friends, it was always some weird game mode on Forge, um, and it was just so much fun. Reach was where I made a lot of my own like weird maps. Like I made a map where it was like basically a platformer, and whoever like everyone would have a gun with like no ammo, and they would just jump from pillar to pillar, and whoever got to the top got the sword first, and they would have to get back to like the area before they got killed.
Mm-hmm.
That
It
and
was
then
so much
like all the puzzle maps that people made.
Oh my god, yes.
It's such a good game, dude.
I think Reach just got to be put in like the top 10 games of all time.
It probably
Not
would
the
have
top
to.
5. Like it's
Especially-
got to be.
And it being the last game, like the last Halo game that Bungie made, which what disappoints me, and this is not a kick against Destiny either, but like Destiny was just like the attempted rendition of continuing the Halo franchise through a different like way.
Right.
And,
Destiny.
yeah. Yeah. And
It's hard.
I just don't think it like did exactly what Bungie was expecting, and I don't understand why Bungie ended up selling out Halo with as successful as Halo was. But you know, that's why I'm not part of Bungie, because I don't need to know those things.
Because they're stupid. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Broke all our fanboys' hearts.
I mean, let's be honest though. Reach ended the way we want it to end. And that ending. Spoilers for those that don't know. That ending just broke my heart.
Spoil it.
That whole game broke my heart, man. Like just one by one, like every person in Noble Team just dies, and it's just like
Fine.
every
just sit
death
there.
is just so impactful.
They
Like
tear
when
at your
George,
heartstrings.
yeah, George freaking throws you off the Covenant ship and sacrifices himself, and then Cat gets just beamed through the head, and you're just like, oh my gosh, like what's going on? I honestly, I'm kind of in a toss up between Carter and Emil as the most impactful death to me, because I mean Carter went down, you know, pretty like it was pretty intense, and he's definitely saved your life and everything, but Emil was such a badass when he went down. Like, I mean, he got hit like 3 or 4 times before he died.
He got hit twice with a plasma sword, and one right through his chest.
Yeah,
and
like
he was
he's
like, "I'm ready. How about you?"
How about you? Yeah, dude. Oh my god, dude. Emil was such a G.
He was.
And
what's up, Tailored Made?
Oh, yo, Tailored Made. Thanks for making it, bro. Nice to see you again, man.
Yeah, it's good to have people in the chat room.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, let's do that.
I would.
For all you getting some air horns in here, get some sound bits. Yeah, dude, Emil would be my favorite for sure. He'd have to be. Like that's just my own thing. But for those of you who only play Call of Duty and have never really gotten into the Halo franchise, I guess the only way we can compare seeing Noble Team 6 die one by one, imagine Soap. Like, if you play the campaigns for Call of Duty, imagine the feelings you got after you saw Soap die. Spoilers. Imagine that time.
Say it before you say that.
Yeah, no, I like his better. You spoil it, and then you say spoiler.
Oh, spoiler.
Yeah.
By the way, I know I just said all this stuff, but spoiler.
Yeah.
Post spoilers.
Spoiler alert, Soap dies.
It's like no, honestly, the end of the first Modern Warfare, right? And you guys are on the bridge, and that guy, Zakayev, just comes down the bridge, and he just shoots your team like one by one.
Oh yeah,
pretty much like that, except it's all drawn out through the whole campaign in Reach, and you just see them just epically die one at a time.
But then you're Spartan. Like, do you guys remember Lone Wolf?
Lone Wolf? Yeah,
was just, and your objective is just survive. My favorite part about it though is, as you take damage, your your HUD reflects that. But then like you lose your HUD because you take so much damage, and then it's a crack.
Like it's cracked visor, and
I full on thought my Xbox broke. I was like, "What the fuck's happening? Where's my HUD?" And then all of a sudden, he takes off the helmet, and you get to see it all from your helmet's first-person perspective as he takes down like 8 Covenant elite, like high-end elites by themselves, and like even when he's down on his back, he's still fighting off too. But then, right as that elite raises the sword and just comes down, my heart just rips every time.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's
That's gotta be like, it's such a great prequel. Like I didn't even know like you could make a prequel that good.
Yeah, no, that is the bar for prequels. I've never seen.
I thought like because I honestly thought like because Master Chief is still my favorite character of any game of all time, but like I have to say Halo Reach is my favorite Halo. Like it's got to be like and the fact that Master Chief isn't even in that game just blows my mind. Like
right.
Like I love Master Chief with like a passion.
Yes.
Like that man is like my idol. But like Halo Reach is by far the greatest Halo. Like not even close.
Yo, I gotta say this too. Shout out to Brett here. The only person to ever get me to sneak out of my window and go to a midnight release of one game in my entire life was Halo 4.
Dude, I wish
Only
I could
game.
have a freaking midnight release.
Yeah.
Freaking Island.
Yeah.
Island life sucks for those of you who don't know.
Yeah,
don't ever live on an island.
Taylor Made over here is like agreeing with us completely, saying, like,
"Oh yeah,
yeah, it made Reach and he loves it. It's definitely it definitely was like." And what's crazy to me is like when they released Reach, it was such a crazy time in Halo because they obviously did Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, then ODST, which was a campaign only / firefight. We'll get into that. Game, so there's no multiplayer involved, and then they did Reach. So after all of this story gets made, they're like, you know what? There needs to be something that goes before Combat Evolved, and then on top of that, for all of those hardcore fans too, if you went to HaloWaypoint.com, was it? They actually made an 8-episode series on how they trained and made the Spartans be Spartans from human beings. Like the boot camp they went through, all the stuff they did, all the tests and stuff. And it essentially shows you kind of how like Master Chief was, but Master Chief was an own entity of itself because he has his own AI, which is like one of the best AIs out there, and then the best bond out there is Master Chief and Cortana. Which makes him the best Spartan to ever have lived. Am I wrong about that? Is there a reason why he's the best Spartan other than that?
Well, other than he's the only one left.
Badass.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
and
fucking G.
Well, no, and it's rumored to say that he is Dr. Halsey's kid, right?
Was it George? George was Dr. Halsey's kid, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Because he's like mom.
But nobody knows Master Chief's real name.
Right.
It's Master Chief or 117, so it was a huge rumor saying...
Well, no, Cortana doesn't, because she calls him John.
John, you're right. But yeah, that was one big thing, is that Master Chief was like one of the best out there because Dr. Halsey at like, a young age just grew very, like, loved John, right? Loved him. And then
but I don't know if he was her kid though, because I'm pretty sure the whole backstory with him is that he got like abducted from his house when he was like 6 or 7 or some shit.
Did you guys see Halo 3's like trailer? It was.
Yeah, and then there was also ODST's trailer. Like that's just crazy. Like those live action trailers.
Yeah,
it is nuts. My favorite though is Reach's trailer. It's just from the music, that super somber piano and the humming, to you're seeing it like all from the Spartans' perspective. What?
Wait.
Keep going.
Have you guys not seen that?
HBO has a Halo series?
No, I have not seen that, Ross. Taylor Made just said, glad the new Halo series on HBO is using the real Cortana's voice.
Yeah, there's supposed to be an HBO series where it's like fully... Is it out? Or is it... I didn't know it was out yet. But anyway, yeah, so there's a there's a Reach trailer where it's like all from like a Spartan's perspective, where she's running through shooting, and it's pretty live actiony. And then at one point, like you see a was it Banshee, the flying one, where it comes in and it swoops and like she gets hit with the grenade, and you see her like fall through the air. And so she's carrying a bomb that she has to put in a Covenant ship to blow it up. And so she's laying there like dying. That you can see like her health is like super minuscule, and she's like breathing with a cracked helmet. And the Spartan picks up the bomb, looks at her, and then just flies off. And it's like super sad. And then at the very end, it's like Reach, remember what happened.
Yeah.
So get this. Are you ready for this? Halo, the television series, is an upcoming live-action television series for Showtime. Originally set to air in 2015, then 2019, and is currently set to air in 2021.
It's on Showtime though.
Yeah, well, still, I mean, you could just
Yeah.
For that, but like,
Pay for
and then I'm also
Halo.
seeing that the lady who plays Cortana is not the same person.
But no, he's saying they're gonna use the same voice as the original Cortana though, just like CGI or like overlay it or whatever. That's
As
possible.
they should.
That's easily possible. Like,
Oh, that's cool.
Fuck the actress. She can get paid minimal. They'll just use OG Cortana and break it up. Pay her. She deserves it.
Which, as long as they do it right, the series should be really good. But if they try any like
Well, dude,
new things, then it's just gonna be ruined.
well, I feel like a series like Halo's established way too much of a precedence to. Halo's
It's
established
real,
way too much
King
of a precedence
Santos.
to really stray from the story that they've already created. I mean, they have like 8 games. I'm not counting, so sorry if I'm wrong. Comic books, live action series, all that stuff. There's no way you can stray from something like that and just start making up your own stuff. That's not possible anymore. They have to be people who are making this have to be knowledgeable.
Oh yeah.
Because for those of you who don't,
They better. They could ruin their fan base of just Showtime in general if they screw that up.
Oh yeah.
They're the ones
yeah.
who are actually producing it and creating the story and everything. If they mess up Halo, that's such a huge fan base worldwide.
Yeah.
That would just be so disappointed and angry.
And for those of you who actually don't know too, because I don't know who's listening here that doesn't know Halo whatsoever, like if you've ever read the comic books that go with the Halo series, the reason a Spartan is so phenomenal, like because you have your typical soldiers you have your typical soldiers, and then your ODST units are like your super soldiers, and then your Spartans are like these absolutely amazingly trained they're like your SEAL Team 6 of like the ODST. Now not the normal army or whatever is going on. They're the SEAL Team, like the ODST is SEAL Team 6 of the army. These Spartans are the SEAL Team 6 of the ODST. Like they're nuts. So like they're said to be like on average like 7 feet tall. I don't know exactly, but they make this Spartan armor specifically for a certain set of like people, and they used to like do all these experiments on them, and like Isaac
Like
said earlier,
Captain America.
yeah, almost like Captain America style, like, and so they used to like do all these experiments and all these tests, and like they would send you at like 9 years old into a forest and be hunted by ODST, and your only goal was to survive. All right, man. Thanks for stopping by, TaylorMade, man. I appreciate you coming in. But they would send you out into a forest and like send like an entire like shooting squad of ODST to come by, and your only goal was to survive at the age of 9. And you had nothing on you, stuff like
Nothing
that.
too crazy.
But then like these Spartan suits have like super high tech abilities to where you're supposed to be able to run like 1,000 kilometers per second. So when you're playing these Halo games, like that's what they're doing. Like they're running super fast. They can jump super high. They have super abilities. I mean, they're said to be able to like your Superman style, leap from building to building or whatever in a single leap. Whatever it is, whatever that saying is, I don't fucking know. But these suits basically create a superhuman out of you, but your entire emotional state is completely gone after doing all these trials. Like
Oh yeah.
you are now a physical number, which is why they actually refer to Master Chief before he became the Master Chief, of course, as 117. You know, you have your actual numbers associated with your suits of armor, and then you also have an AI built into the armor, which everybody in the Halo series knows. Mostly Cortana is the biggest one because she is Master Chief's AI.
Mhm.
And on top of that, too, you have, like, they say that if you don't integrate with the AI perfectly, you will just straight up die in the suit. Like, if the AI does not like you, it will kill you. And so that is the biggest thing about having Master Chief and Cortana through all of these series, basically, is their friendship and their connection is what makes it all together. So, you know, I won't spoil anything for people who want to go play Halo 5, but that is a big piece of Halo 5's campaign, is the connection that Master Chief and Cortana have. And
I actually read this crazy like origins thing. I don't know if it's true or not, or if it's like legends or canon with the Halo story. But when Master Chief originally was brought to the Spartan program, after he was genetically enhanced as a child, they set up like this like fake. I mean, it was a planned scenario, just to see like how a genetically enhanced soldier would react. So they sent these 3 ODST guys to go pick on John when he was like just a kid, pretty much. Like treat him like shit,
I think I know
and
what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure he was like 11 years old. Like, he was a kid.
yeah, yeah, and they go and they are like, well, if you're such a badass soldier, like, why don't you fight us or whatever? So they go into this fight. They go into this room to have this little brawl. And like John didn't even know his abilities yet, but he just fucking kills 2 of them and severely wounded the 3rd in a matter of seconds. And these are like battle hardened, like ODST before the Spartans were like the top of the line soldiers. Like there was nobody better than the ODST, and they were like the most feared fucking unit of the UNSC up until that point. And he just destroys them, just shits all over him like it's nothing. And it actually seeded this
barehandedly.
barehandedly just fucking annihilates these 3 soldiers. And actually seeded a huge rivalry. Like ODSTs hate Spartans because of that.
Yep.
And it's like this big feud between the 2 units. It's nuts. Like I don't know if that's true or not, but like I was like, whoa, that's fucking crazy.
I want to say I heard the same thing at one point too. And I don't know about the whole feud thing, but I definitely know that I'm pretty sure that's part of the story, is that John did actually kill like 2 ODSTs. And like I said previously, understanding what ODST are, that's literally like an 11-year-old barehandedly killing SEAL Team 6s.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are trained and battle hardened to kill like the Covenant, the Forerunners, the enemies of the UNSC.
Right.
In of course future standpoints, but it's and this dude just comes in and within seconds, because of course they're genetically enhanced, so they're quick as hell.
Oh yeah.
In seconds, he just kills 2 of them and
Yeah.
wounds
It was like
enough
one
to-
punch to one of the ODST's face, like caved in his skull and killed him. The other one, like he hit him in the chest or kicked him in the chest or something, and his whole like inside just like collapsed on itself and stopped his heart. Like that's fucking crazy for an 11-year-old.
Yeah, it's.
I will have what he's having.
Get shit on. Get shit on.
Oh, I have that. Get shit on.
There you go.
I made a soundbite for that too.
Good.
But yeah, a lot of that does come inside the comic books too and stuff like that. So if you go hardcore into Halo, that's definitely something to look into. Is just like do some research on those, because a lot of that backstory is what creates, a lot of the Halo universe if you get into it like that. But yeah, I mean, Halo is just definitely it's a series that it's just almost impossible to hate because there's so much that goes on from, all the way from Halo Reach to Halo 5 that you have to like something along the way. Especially whether you like the way Halo used to play the games or you like the way Call of Duty does it now. So it's like the create your class, pick a class system. There somewhere along the way you're going to like Halo, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, and then there was a point too where it's like ODST. Halo ODST was like a gap filler. They created the game as like a storyline gap filler, but then they also added something called Firefight in there, which is like four friends, you and 3 other people can go into an arena and just kill hordes of. It's almost like Nazi zombies in Call of Duty, except you kill Covenant and stuff like that. It's the same concept.
Yeah. Also, quick shout out about Halo 2 anniversary. That shit's crazy. Like the cutscenes, just the overall graphics rehaul, like how they redid everything. Like that shit's so nuts. Like I feel like I'm watching a live action video every time a cutscene turns on in that game. Like I don't know. That's such a great way to redo a game. It's got to be one of the best remasters I've ever seen.
Yeah, it looks so good. Well, one thing we haven't touched on that much though is, do you guys ever play with the skulls?
No.
Yeah, Grunt Birthday Party. All the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
every time.
So
yeah,
it's gotta be on.
It was how we used to like get ready.
I
always
where they say like random shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a skulls guy, dude. See, we were talking last week about being an achievement hunter, right? Yeah, that's one game I won't do it in because one of them is to complete the game on Legendary with all skulls activated. Yeah, you'll never fucking catch me doing that. Good luck.
My friend and I, we went through Halo 3 doing it all, and let me tell you, that's a week-long thing.
Hey, the viewers want to see your cat. They said so.
Whose cat?
Did they? I'm not seeing anything that says the viewers want to see your cat.
Yeah, it's
I think
right
you just want to see your cat.
It's right there.
I think you just want to see your cat.
That's what the viewers want. Your cat's chilling there.
My dog?
Is that a dog?
That's RJ.
Oh,
RJ, come here.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
When the cat's a dog.
Yeah, no. I mean, my cats are in here somewhere too. Roman. Here.
But yeah, getting into the skulls thing, I am not a skulls guy, dude. I do Grunt Birthday Party, but at the same time, it impedes on the achievement status too, because there is an achievement to play the game with 0 skulls on Legendary, and then there's one to do it on.
But if you're not gonna do the achievements either way, then what's the point of not doing it with the fun skulls? You gotta.
It's fun. I enjoy playing games like that to do on the hardest difficulty at least once, just to tell myself that, because by the end of it, I'm amazing at the game and I'm pro league. Nobody can beat me. I'm a joke.
Nobody.
Okay.
I mean, it's impossible to beat me.
Okay.
1v1 Rust, bro.
Wait, Rust? Oh, okay. I was thinking about the game you were talking about earlier.
1v1 quick scopey, bro.
Yeah, quick scope.
If I'm not mistaken, wasn't Halo where no scoping came from?
Yeah.
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 Because there's actually something on Halo called Snapshot, where you can get like extra points per kill if you just don't scope in with your sniper rifle.
Yep.
It's dope. Holy
Dude.
shit. Dude, we've been podcasting for an hour and 7 minutes. I didn't even realize that.
Jeez.
Oh. Do we need to cut it now?
Oh, we don't have to. We can keep going, dude. Who cares?
I was going to say, one thing I do want to talk about is there one cinematic that you guys enjoyed more than anything else? Here's my cat.
Hello, kitty. We're going to make you big. Hello, kitty.
I mean, the ending cinematic of Reach, honestly. The little.
I always love the. I feel like a Bond villain now. Yes, good. Welcome, Mr. Bond.
Yeah.
You're so funny.
There you go. The ending for 3, like that whole vehicle sequence, was by far one of my favorite things in the whole world.
That one too, or the cutscene, where I think it was the beginning of Halo 2.
Yep.
When they get ambushed or whatever, and Chief throws their bomb back at him.
Yeah.
That's just nuts.
Oh, that whole especially because he's like
It's so
Permission.
badass. He's like, permission to leave the station.
Yes.
And he's like, what for? And he's like, to give the Covenant back their bomb.
The
And it's
package,
like,
the
fuck.
package.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would be my favorite too. And then he kicks it back at their Covenant ship. And
Yeah, he just goes like, just fucking zooming through space with this fucking giant ass bomb.
Zero
And he just
fucks
like, he's
given.
like, yeet, and just fucking just right back at him.
I wonder
God,
if
God damn.
if he even attempted to grow a field of fucks, it would be so barren.
Dude, Master Chief is such a fucking G. Like,
really
he's gotta be just the most badass. Like, I don't know. I'm a fanboy. I'm about to freak out.
I think everyone that grew up with like the good games. But that was one of my favorite things that really like sealed it for me, was just a lot of those things are just so memorable.
Yeah.
Honestly, will go down.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's so much in Halo that's just memorable. Like I don't know anybody our age that grew up that doesn't have at least one fond memory of Halo.
Yeah, it's a game. Yeah, the games at all. Like if you gamed at all, and one thing I'll never forget, Halo reaches what is it? Halo reaches what do they call it? The pre-release or whatever you call it. You got early access. That's what it was.
Oh yeah.
The early access could only be played through like if you had Shadowrun, I think, or something like that. There's a game that if you had Shadowrun, you could actually go play, because Shadowrun was made by the same company as Halo Reach. Like, not Bungie, but another, whatever the other company was. And I always used to go over to my buddy's house, AJ, and we would hop on Shadowrun just so we could do that. Now Shadowrun's shut down, so.
Wah wah.
Yeah, I know, right? Rip.
Ugly duckling.
But, so, I mean, to be honest, I know we kind of bounced back and forth between a lot of stuff. I think we went over just about everything that we needed to on the game itself. I mean,
Oh yeah.
do you guys have anything else to say? Because I mean, the game is epic itself, and there's just so much to it that it's like.
Yeah, if you haven't played Halo, the game order to play it: 1, 2, 3, ODST,
No, you gotta play
then
Reach.
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 No, the best part about Reach was you get to learn how everything.
But if you want the story as just a storyline, you want to play Reach first so you can play it all the way through and understand the sequence of things.
Right. So when you watch like the Marvel movies, do you watch them in release date or do you watch them?
Here's a better one. When you
I watch them in the order that they like chronologically, like where they're
Yeah.
supposed to be timeline wise.
And when you watch Star Wars, do you watch 4, 5, and 6 first, or do you watch 1, 2, and 3 first?
Well, 1, 2, and 3 is before 4, 5, and 6.
But you know what I mean, though, right?
Yeah, but
You know
like
exactly what I mean.
Yes,
Which
I
one-
know what you mean.
3
Which one
came
do you
out
watch?
after 4, 5, and 6.
I see. For Halo, like I said, the best part of Reach was that it was a prequel to everything. So, like, you play 1, 2, 3, and 4, or excuse me, 1, 2, 3 ODST, and then you get to see where it all began, because that was like that had the farewell message from Bungie in it. So, like, to me, like that's the saga wrapped in a bow.
I mean, I guess I see what I just don't think the replay value of doing it how we had to do it is the same now as it used to be. Like,
That's fair.
I don't think that people who, if they just played it now, would enjoy it as much as we did when we were forced to play it after the fact. You know,
No,
like,
they must suffer as I suffered.
because like in the sense of it, if I replayed all of them again right now, I would start with Reach. Like, why wouldn't I?
Right.
Like, that makes sense. Like, I wouldn't suffer through the tears and all that of going 1, 2, 3 ODST and Reach. That doesn't make sense to me. But I mean,
I said what I said.
so I think one thing that we should definitely do. I think this could be a nice thing that we do on this podcast, is just like in every episode we rate the series we're talking about or the game we're talking about.
Oh yeah.
So on a
10
scale
out of
of,
10.
on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll start with Ross. How would you rate the Halo series?
1,000,000 out of 10.
All right,
Just
and
have to run at me.
explain.
Simple. It had nostalgia. It paved the way for every online multiplayer first-person shooter that you could have. The The story was really good. You cared about every character. The customizations, the all the maps, all the side little games that came because of this. It's gonna go down as like years from now, generations. They're gonna remake this game so people from like 200 years in the future can understand what a gem this was. Facts.
Mm-hmm. Isaac?
I mean, I just feel like I have to one up Ross now. I'm gonna have to go 2 million out of 10.
Okay.
Jesus, guys, we're not even being realistic at this point.
I mean, if you're gonna be realistic,
10 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, there's so little. Like the biggest complaint that I have about the game, or just a series in general, is just I don't like the mechanics of the new ones because I feel it's a little too Call of Duty.
So that
but
can't
the
be
story's
10 out of
still
10.
there.
That can't be 10 out of 10 then.
But like,
Hey,
it's
you're
like
like
a minor
9.8.
flaw. Like I don't see it as a big enough flaw to take away a point. Like, like that's just personal. Like I don't know. But like it's not something that's like, I still play it. I'm still gonna play it. I'm always gonna play it. It's still great. I'm still gonna fanboy and probably do some terrible things to the thought of Master Chief. But like, it's just a great game. Like it paved the way. It was fun. It's something that's just always gonna be replayable. And then like how they did Easter eggs, how they did just mechanics in general, like all the new things that they added to it over the years. It's just so much fun. Like it's just a blast. Like no matter what, I'm always gonna have a great time playing it.
Yeah, peanut butter, you gotta chill, man. But yeah, I guess I can agree with all that. The only thing is that I can say is like on a realistic standpoint, I'd give it. All right, I gotta hold on.
I didn't even see it until now. Well, that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I told
But
him.
no, kind of like
I told him to chill, and he's not. So.
But yeah, what Isaac said, like the game itself was just so revolutionary. Like I said, can't say it enough. This game is gonna be remembered throughout the ages.
Yeah,
so,
I
10 out of 10.
I guess just on my standpoint, it's to me 10 out of 10 is perfection. Everything about every game they've ever made is perfection, and I can't make that standpoint just on the simple fact that like Halo 5's campaign to me is not the best. I don't like that myself. This is. I mean, like I said, I'm not IGN or Game Informers. I'm not rating this on a standpoint of like whether it's replayable to the esports community and everyone else. On my standpoint, I'd give 9.5 because Halo 5's multiplayer is terrible to me, and Halo Wars 1 and 2 to me, I don't like those games. Now, you want to get into specifications, graphics, 10 out of 10. Storyline, 10 out of 10. I mean, I just don't care for firefights, so that also brings it down a little bit. But every game all the way up, all the multiplayers all the way up until like Halo 4, 10 out of 10. And the changes that they made when I think 343 did a little bit too much of change to try to create a game that's better for everybody rather than, and that's what Call of Duty's doing too. They're making a game that's better for everybody instead of just the people who like the skill gap is lowering and lowering to make everyone equal, and that's just not fun. Because the people who are really good should be really good, and people bad should just be bad.
Yep.
Get good,
Know your place, trash.
Get good.
Yeah, get good, like, here.
Oh, hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Can you hear that?
No.
Oh.
But I know what you're playing.
The piece of garbage thing. But... that's why I have to do 9.5, just because that 0.5 does bring it down a little bit with those extra things that it just lacks in. I mean, it doesn't lack in the story by any means. The story is perfection. There is no I feel like they filled every gap and hole in any. Goddamn, probably should rephrase. I feel like
the gap.
I said every gap and hole.
Oh, yeah, that's why I was like, oh.
That's hot.
Oh, we're going there now. But no, I feel like they've done a really good job, especially the way they've implemented all of this is you know, they felt like they needed a prologue, so they created one. They felt like they needed something between Halo 3 and Halo 4 or whatever they were going to do there, ODST. You know, they felt like that they had some gaps in between. They literally made an 8-episode live action thing on their website, Halo Waypoint, to fill in gaps of like how the Spartans became the Spartans. Their story is flawed.
I also did the what was it? The prequel to Halo 4, right?
Yeah.
Live action.
Well,
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm talking about. I think the live action wasn't a prologue or anything. It was just a live action they did on Halo Waypoint. I don't remember what it was.
But it wasn't even. It was the guy. What's his name? Oh my gosh, the captain of the ship in Halo 4. What's his name? I don't remember his name. Lackey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they showed him when he was a cadet when the Covenant first attacked, and so it kind of went through like his time at the academy. And then they also did the live action for Halo 5 with Spartan Locke.
Mm-hmm.
So they did that too before he was a Spartan, I'm pretty sure. And now they're doing another live action on Showtime. Like I'm so excited. I'm pumped.
It's gonna be good. I'm excited as well.
So, yeah, I guess my standpoint just ends up being that I think I'd give it a 9.5 in a series as a whole. There'd be a lot of 10 out of 10s in there if you just made me do them individually, though. Because I think more or less all of them would be 10 out of 10 except Halo 5 and the Halo War series.
Yeah.
But
I just don't count those.
But, I mean, is there anything else you two want to add?
I'll make you come fight you, Ross, because I will.
You're not gonna do shit. You're not gonna do shit because you're not shit. You're nothing.
I know where you live.
No, you don't. Yeah, you do.
Is it weird that I'm turned on by that?
No.
Nope. Normal reaction right there.
Anything else you all want to add?
No, man, I'm good.
Oh man, I'm at pflava at Twitter, so hit me up there. We'll be posting announcements whenever if I ever told of announcements, I'll put them there. So that's what's up.
Isaac?
I just appreciate all y'all that came out to watch, and
Much love.
forward to much love. Look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Awesome. And yeah, I mean, there's not much else I can say other than that. I appreciate everybody who came out here. I appreciate all you listeners. We'll get this up as soon as we can. I will say, shout out to a buddy of mine, Read a Book. I can put his.
Did he read a book?
I'll put all of his information in the show notes. He is actually the creator of our intro song that we got established today. I won't shout him out too much because there's some things. I mean, he may be a part of one of these at one point in time, so definitely specific reasons as to or specific episode we want him to be on, and we'll get to that eventually. We're working things out, but yeah, shout out to him for sure. As you can see on this, if you guys are watching it live, underneath my screen there, you can find me on Twitter at Crisp Eclair. And you can find me on Twitch at the same thing. All of my social media is the same. And you can also, this podcast is going to be uploaded to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Podcasts.
Yes.
Join the Discord. I'll put the Discord in the show notes too. And I'll put the Discord in this stream chat right here. And we'll, if you join it, we have a lot of fun in there. We're able to, and you're able to, give us some suggestions, give us, gaming suggestions that you think that we should review on at some point in the future. We'll definitely.
And we'll reply to you. We're real people that will reply to you.
Yeah, that's so true. We're real people. We'll reply to you. We love feedback. We love to see what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, what you think we could change, anything at all. And
apparently, if you have to fart.
Yeah, apparently, that's part of. Yeah. But, anyways, we all definitely appreciate all of you guys who came out and listened and watched live, who listened on any of those podcasting apps. For those of you who can't make it, we appreciate you guys wholeheartedly. Thank you for listening. And is there anything else you guys got?
No.
Next week, we'll see you then.
All right. Well, to all the listeners and all the people watching, peace out from Craved Gaming.
Peace.
That was fun.
And we're clear.
We're clear. Now I can fart. I wanted to fart, but that guy just kept telling me to, and I was like, oh, I don't want to in front of you.
God, my nose was running that whole time. I kept having to go off camera to wipe my nose.
Why don't you just wipe it? Who cares?
Because it's like...
The listeners...
It's COVID, bro.
The people listening can't watch you wipe your... God damn it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're still streaming, so...
Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah, they just heard all of that.
Oh, God. Oh, my future. My future. Oh!
Dude, they just heard all of that.
You had a fart, and I had a runny nose. Oh,
yeah.
God, this is awful.
What up, Joker? What's up? Glad you
What's
can make
up,
it, bro.
dude?
We just finished up the actual recording session.
Don't give us the 1.9.
Oh, no.
What does that even
I
mean?
don't even know. King Thanatos, you gotta explain yourself. I don't know what 1.9 is.
The 1.9?
Oh, it's okay, Joker, man. Like, it's all good. It's gonna be...
You're just happy you're
You
here.
know what? 50 lashings.
Oh, wow.
50
Okay, so
lashings
two of
for
us say that we forgive you, and one
for
of
your
us say-
insolence.
Yeah.
For your insolence.
I gotta assert dominance here, Chase.
Okay, well, you're not...
I am the
doing that.
captain now.
I guess there's a first time for everything.
You have no dominance that you're asserting. You're just being a dick. You're still not top dog. You're just...
I guess you are what you eat. Got him.
Damn.
Got it.
Excuse me. Burped. So what do we want to do?
I'm actually gonna hop off for a little bit, but I may be on later to play some Raft if anyone wants to join me.
Well,
Yeah, I really want
what
to play
is-
some fucking SWAT now.
Let's go do it.
Right? Go play SWAT.
really
You won't. You won't play SWAT.
Fucking fight me, Ross. Your energy.
That's all I do. That's all I have. But
I mean-
I'll talk to you guys later.
When do you
All
get
right, my
back
dude.
on?
I don't know. Give me like maybe an hour and a half.
Oh my god.
God damn.
Dude.
Tell her
No.
to chill.
It's
No.
not even a. It's not.
No. Tell Joe she can.
God damn, dude.
She can
what
wait.
has
Can
she
you put
been,
something
like-
in the chat?
What is she like naked or something? Like behind you?
No.
Jesus.
No, I thought you put something in the chat.
She's
No.
just been chilling for an hour and 20 minutes waiting for you. Tell her every Sunday night is a
Tell her
no-go.
that Sunday nights are for the boys,
Yeah,
not
ain't
for
that the
her.
truth?
Get out of
So-
here with that shit.
Yeah,
If
get
you
out.
leave us to go do that, Ross, I'm gonna be so disappointed in you.
He's gonna leave us. Tell her to at least
Yeah.
you have all
Yeah,
the-
you just prepare to be disappointed.
you have morning until like 6.
Yeah,
6 o'clock
dude,
to 6:30
this
to
night
get
is
that
for
done.
us, not for fucking Joe.
Bold of you to assume we haven't done it already, but okay.
Well, get your 3 or 4 sessions in before 6:30.
Yeah, this is session 6. I mean, we gotta do 6. Like, I'm supposed to do it.
Then that's too much, and you need to chill.
Yeah.
Never.
You need to go to Sex Addicts Anonymous.
Yeah.
Look, when you work with Isaac,
During
like
the
as much as you
spa-
work with Isaac, you gotta release
I'm a
it.
sex
So
addict,
you're
and then
telling me
everyone
that
can be like,
during you guys
"Oh,
having
Lord."
intercourse, you're thinking of how Isaac is making you do that?
You don't? You tell me right now that you don't.
I don't work with Isaac, so he doesn't make me do it. I just have a
Ah,
natural love
get
for my
shit on.
fiance.
Get shit on.
I am also thinking you don't. But no, we weren't even gonna have sex, but now I'm probably going to. My wife, sorry.
Did she just say we are?
No, she's mad because I said fiance instead of wife.
Damn.
My bad.
I mean, she acts like a fiance with that scream.
Damn.
But no, we're not gonna.
Isaac, if you want to play SWAT, Isaac, I'm totally down. By the way, with whatever.
I really have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, me
I
too.
found like fucking 5 of those Jack Daniels things.
Yeah,
Like, I really need to go to the bathroom. So I'll be back.
yeah. for
I'll
sure.
hold you guys later.
See ya, dude. All right. Oh, thank you, King. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I spent like all of my day off trying to create this this overlay. It took a while for us to get. There's definitely still some things that I want to get taken care of on it, but there's. Hey, read a book. What's up? Thank you, man. Oh yeah, dude, it's definitely worth it. It's been a lot of fun too, and it just took a lot of precision to get 3 cameras up here, and you had to create 3 overlays for all these. But it's been a lot of fun. Yeah, man, I'm glad you could stop by too. We got your intro song in there and definitely shouted you out for that. I'm gonna put your send DM me all of your social media so I can put your social media in the show notes for the intro song. Oh, King Thanatos, he's not gonna be busy next week. Don't you worry. This is next week. We're gonna get this problem resolved. Of course. Yeah, man, definitely shoot me a DM with that. I saw your DM fly by when we were in the middle of the thing. So, yeah, DM me that and we'll get you the shout outs you deserve for every episode we do with that. So, for sure. I appreciate it. Guys, this is the read a book that I was talking about that got us that intro song. Dope. Some dope stuff. Yeah, I may have to do that. We did a bunch of audio testing today, just like flipping switches and stuff, and we think we got it down. But if it comes back out to still be problematic, I'll have to shoot you that call just to see what's going on. But this last week was just so busy, and we're gonna have to figure out a time where, like, because it's not just my audio, I guess it's all of them. It's like, I don't know. Theirs was coming out really soft in the recording sessions, and I don't know why. It's like it wasn't going through my output when I was the one recording, but we'll figure it out. We'll definitely figure it out. Um, so I guess at this point, y'all are just gonna. Yeah, that's what somebody else was telling me is that I was pretty quiet, and I don't understand how because I feel like if I turn my volume up, it hears all of the background noise, and I don't. Because there's an audio mixer from within Streamlabs, and if I turn it too loud, it just hears everything in my background. And I have a shock mount and a compressor. Oh, King Thanet says we revealed day of. That's one. Let me just be honest. We don't actually know what next week's is gonna be yet. We're still working like week by week just to because of scheduling issues. Like we know we're gonna be up next Sunday at 7:30, but as for the game, we haven't typed the show notes for it yet or anything. But we will reveal day of just to kind of keep everyone on their toes and just for show purposes. If you don't enjoy the game, well, I mean, we'd still rather you come by and say hi and at least do that, but. I know y'all are seeing like all of this. read a book. You know way more than I do about all this stuff, so I'll just have to find out a day that works best for both of us, and we'll have to figure that out for sure. Because we did like an hour of audio testing today too, and for some reason, their audio when we were recording, like I was loud and they were not. And I don't know, like I literally could not even hear them. And the recording is what goes to all of our podcast outputs. So I have to make sure that you can hear them too. Yeah, see, I don't know what gain is and all that stuff, so yeah, I'll just have to get with you. Because I also have a bunch of buttons on my Blue Yeti that I don't even know what they do either, so. Do I watch the score of the Browns Steelers? No. I'm hoping for the Browns. No way. No way, dude. The Browns are annihilating the Steelers. Let's go. That is awesome, dude. I'm a Chiefs fan, so you know we that means we're playing the Browns, and I don't think that's gonna be a hard win. All right. Well, y'all are gonna watch me create an overlay for 2-person stream. Sorry, I'm glad you said that. I've been sitting here chatting and nothing's been going through. That's really awkward. Probably should have added the audio first, so.
All right, still there?
Yeah, what's up?
Cheese.
What's up?
Why can't I hear you? Those are on. Hello?
Hi.
There you are. What's up, dude?
What's up?
Sorry that took so long. I'm going to
Ah,
get food real quick since I
Right.
rushed home and didn't eat. McDonald's.
nice.
The McD's. The McD's nuts.
Okay.
Do you want McD's nuts too?
No, I can't eat out again today.
Gotcha.
I am probably gonna go grab some food though, and I'm creating our 2-person stream overlay for Halo and shit. But
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I'm definitely down to play. I'm just really fucking hungry.
yeah, no worries. That makes sense.
Yeah, so I'll be back.
No worries. I'm assuming it's still nothing. I had an hour and a half stream where I was making music and forgot to add the audio so no one could hear the track. Oh, that's super awkward. Yeah, for those of you who are actually still in this, Read a Book makes he's on Twitch and he makes music on Twitch and like shows you how he's doing it like on stream. He has his entire window pulled up and stuff and it's really awesome. But I think I got the majority of what I need on here to be ready. I'm gonna cut out Isaac's thing real quick because I gotta pull the Discord. All right, Read a Book. Well, I really appreciate you stopping by, man. Have fun with the girlfriend, man. And for those of you still watching, I appreciate all of you guys watching. I'm gonna go grab some food myself and use the restroom.